Yo, what's up, guys? We're live. We're doing another breakdown and prediction video live. We're going to give you guys some free bets, and yeah, man, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. What's up, Billy? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Haven't been on stream with you guys in a minute. It's been a nice little fall season here, kicking it off with a little bit of football. So having a nice little combat sport weekend is a nice fresh breath of fresh air here. We get a nice little UFC Noche card, or I should say appetizer of UFC Noche card, and then we got a banging ass boxing event. Probably like the only one to get excited for the rest of the year.
Yeah, man. What about you, Fitz? What are you most excited for this weekend? The main event for
Yeah, it's
you?
it's definitely Canelo versus Bud, man. I feel like that's one of the biggest fights, I don't know if you want to say of the century, of our lifetime, as far as boxing matches go. You think maybe Usyk versus Fury could rival this, or Mayweather Pacquiao just in my lifetime, personally. And I'm not the biggest boxing guy in the world, but dude,
Well, come
I'm
on,
so excited.
First, Jake. No, I'm just
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah, true. Ben Askren versus Jake Paul. Forgot about that one. Yeah, but dude, the main event, Diego Lopes versus Gene Silva. That for me, I mean, if you put together just like forget the title implications, forget UFC Noche, like most fun fights in the UFC, that's got to be up there, man. It's gonna be fucking sick. It screams violence. If I could bet everything I owned, like there's no way this fight doesn't deliver. There is no way they go out there and stare at each other, or even if it's a grappling match, it'll be so insane. The scrambles will be insane, but it's just got to be violence.
Yeah, and just because we were talking about the boxing thing, I'll give a hot take real quick before we get MMA. I would say for sure bet on Canelo, man. The odds are so good. It's like he's like under minus 200. I see on some books. I don't get how is Crawford going to win? The guy's coming up like 20 pounds. He's almost 38 years old. His last fight with Majmov, he looked terrible to me. I thought he like barely won the fight. So I don't know. I think it's a great spot for Canelo and to go in there and make some money, man. So I honestly like. I hope the U.S. guy wins, but it would be cool. But yeah, man, I think it's Canelo's fight, especially with the whole magnitude of the event too. It's on Mexican Independence Day weekend. I mean, he's already gonna have like 3 rounds before the fight starts. So I just don't think Terrence has the power to stop him either. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. I'm not as in depth with boxing, but I feel like Canelo's going to easily win that one. So, but yeah, man. Unless anyone has anything else to say about that, let's get into the UFC card. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
Canelo
not
too for me.
I think he's
Canelo.
definitely going to win. Yeah, but I'm not as confident like betting.
He sounded pretty confident.
That sounded super
like,
good.
of like putting a lot of money on him. Like I'm not going to do that like the same as I do in MMA. But
We'll see. Maybe we have a fucking killer day in MMA and just unload
yeah.
responsibly.
I like Canelo, but I was saying to the boys before we started, I think we're gonna have a little bit more venturing into the co-main event of Colin Walsh season, baby.
Also, real quick, I mean, we got the debut of Gable Stevenson tonight.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Went as expected. Fought a 35-year-old who just started MMA. But dude, this guy's gonna be a problem.
How long do you think the Dana White Contender Series?
Oh, fuck that, dude. Throw in there with Aspinall right now.
Dude, Aspinall, I told you guys, like, we had that talk about him versus John Jones. You see him getting taken down by Rico, dude?
I did see that.
was taking him down, man. I feel like, I don't know, maybe. That's probably bullshit, though, just for whatever. But yeah, man, I mean, what do you guys think, though? Because, like, you said throw him in there with Aspinall. Obviously, you're fucking around, but
not too much, dude.
Well, I mean, he's obviously gonna fight a couple bombs in UFC before, like.
But I mean, dude, I'd say within a year,
or do you think
2 years max, he's easily a top 5 heavyweight in the UFC. If he's training with Jones, I know he does a lot of stuff outside of MMA, but if he's in there every day with John Jones training and training with the Jackson Wink boys,
really gonna be training every day though, like. Probably not.
I don't think Jones was training every day when he was a world champion. So
yeah,
as a coach, yeah. But if Gable's in there grinding, man, with who else? They got the other guy, the crochet guy.
Mo,
No,
Mo.
no green.
I think what's
So-
Hokit trains there.
oh,
Josh.
Josh,
nice.
Josh Oken.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
your
mean,
boy too. Yeah,
for
no, he
Gabe,
definitely
Gabe
does.
on both wrestlers, he probably fucks up Hokit, dude. Like, I don't see what Hokit would really be able to do to him, you know. But I mean, he probably needs to get like with some jujitsu guys or some. But there's not really.
He's with Craig Jones. He trains
Yeah,
with Craig Jones.
yeah, that's a good point. But I don't know. I don't know if like the only thing I'm worried
His
about
build is just so crazy,
is
dude.
just.
Like, and he's so athletic. And he's a champion. He's an Olympic gold medalist. You know, you don't get that for nothing.
But it's just he's never gone more than 6 minutes, you know, in any like competition. So that's the only thing that's if you could
Well, I
push
mean,
him.
I think his Royal Rumble was more than 6 minutes.
Are you sure? Probably
Also,
not.
heavyweight division. I feel like Dana White Contender Series this week shows you that the heavyweight division is starving for talent.
Oh, bro, for sure. I mean, he could for sure get signed. I think Brock Lesnar got signed at 1-0 too. But I was just saying, like, I would like to see him go. Like, dude, he could win another fight in like 3 weeks. Like, fight fucking LFA again, beat another like terrible fighter, and then he could
They
go on
should
like
give him the guy that just got fucking knocked out in the first round of the Contender Series.
yeah. And then, dude, he can go on week 10 of Contender Series or some shit. You know, like. And then get signed. You know, you could have like 4 fights. It's like because
I wonder what LFA is paying him.
like I don't even think he took one punch in the fight, so it's not
A
like
couple
unless
kicks.
he might take damage from like sparring and shit, but he's not taking damage in the fight. So I don't know. I mean, obviously that guy that he fought though, dude, was just like whoever they picked him up out of the crowd. So we'll see how he does. Like when someone actually punches him in the face, you know, but. He seems like he's like super athletic and he can wrestle, so that already makes it top 10 probably for heavyweight. But yeah, man, let's get into this card right now. First fight of the night, I'll let Billy go first on this one. You got Rodrigo Cesanato. He's taking on Daniel Donchenko, and I think this is the finale of the Ultimate Fighter, but I'm not sure if it is or not. But these guys are both on Ultimate Fighter. What do you think about this fight?
Yeah, don't really have too much betting interest in this fight. Donchenko kind of feels like the side, but they're pricing it to the point where, you know, we're starting to see some Rodrigo Sansonago money coming in. He's been trading with DC and company. I think he has adequate striking himself, but he kind of leaves himself to be hittable. And I kind of have questions about his wrestling, but I will say everyone that we've seen from DC's camp has looked like they became better wrestlers since Chapolin ended up backing him on the Dana White Contender Series a couple of weeks ago, and he turned into fucking D1 wrestler. He was a blast double legging across the cage, whole nine. But I think Donchenko has the edge in the striking, and I think that's going to win him a decision, more of a volume-based damage decision. I kind of like his KO or decision prop line better than his money line if I were to attack this fight. I don't think he's going to, even though he has a lot of subs on his record in regionals, I think that the spot here would be KO or decision at -120.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Me personally, looking at this fight, you see Donchenko like -200. I kind of think that's accurate because Rodriguez, to me, the guy is a small guy. He's like 5'9" for the weight. I think Donchenko, he looks a good bit bigger, and it's just a hard style matchup. I think because Donchenko, he moves around a lot, side to side. He throws a lot of knees and stuff up the middle, and Rodrigo, I mean, the guy just looks to wrestle the whole time. So you'd think he's gonna be kind of worried about shooting in on the guy with those type of weapons. And I think he's smaller, so I just think Donchenko is more dangerous, and he could finish, or it could be like a dominant decision. But I kind of agree where the line's priced. But what about you, Fitz?
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of research on this fight. Didn't get this last season a tough. You know, obviously Donchenko had the one clip that went pretty viral talking about Ukraine, so I feel like he's a little bit more of a square play, but that's where I'm leaning. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with either guy. -200 feels about right, but we'll have to see how it plays out. I don't think I'd attack any sort of props here. Just kind of want to see where these guys take their UFC careers.
Yeah, man. So decent first fight to kick off the card. Second fight, we got Elise Pereira. She's taking on Montserrat Rendon. And interesting fight, man. I mean, this line completely cratered because Elise Pereira, she opened at -400. Now it's pretty close to a pick 'em. I mean, I'm looking at Bet Online and all. Montserrat is +115. So it's, really crashed. I actually bet Rendon. She was like +220. But now at this price, man, I'm almost thinking about going and putting a bet on Pereira because I just like Rendon should win the fight. I feel like, I mean, Pereira's fought complete cans. I mean, she's beaten absolutely nobody. Two of her fights on Tapology got flagged for potentially being like illegitimate fights. So clearly, I mean, I don't know. It's hit or miss, like those demo fighters on Contender Series, right? One of them went out there and looked incredible and got that crazy KO, and then the other one, Franco, fucking looked horrible and got subbed by a guy that came in way overweight. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Pereira will go in there. Her striking looks good, but she's fighting complete cans. So I don't know. All I got to say is at that other price, I think Rendon was a good bet because if she gets one takedown, Pereira could break. I mean, she's 19. Who knows? But yeah, I don't really have a great read on this fight. What do you think about it, though, Fitz?
Yeah, I'll buy into the hype. For me, it's like I get it's Noche and Rendon's a Mexican fighter, but I don't feel like they're going to bring Elise Pereira in at such a young age with so much potential. Whether she's fighting cans or not, she definitely at 19 years old. She has potential. I feel like that's something that can't be argued with. We'll see where it takes her. But in my opinion, I feel like the UFC does this professionally. They match make professionally. They know what they're doing. Rendon's coming off a layoff, coming off an injury, coming off a bad loss due to a bad fighter. And I think Elise handles business. I got her by decision, but, like I said, too many unknowns to confidently bet it. I think it has to be a pass or you bet Rendon if you got it early like Guru did because she's at least a known factor. I can't put my money on someone that's unknown, but I'm going to make a pick on every fight, So for me, I'm going to back the hype train and hope the youngest female fighter in the UFC goes in there and gets a win.
Yeah, man. And like you said, I mean, I'll say real quick before Billy goes, there's a couple things like that are really good about her. I think she's the tallest girl in the UFC already. She's 5'5". Maybe Macy Chasen is taller than her, but super tall, and she looks really athletic. So
exactly. So some of the tall fighters, are like lanky, clunky, like giraffes. She from the limited tape I've seen on her, she's really like athletic, dude, and dynamic.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see if she can live up to the hype here. But what do you think, Billy, to close this fight out here?
Yeah, one of those weird situations where like all three things that you try to factor in MMA, the eye test isn't really there on the tape. The UFC is obviously trying to get her a win fighting Montserrat Rendon. But it could be one of those situations where it doesn't go like the way that they think it's going to go. But I also didn't play Montserrat Rendon because I think Elise is going to have a huge advantage in the striking range of like she's a tall, rangy striker. Montserrat Rendon throws pillow fist and she just tries to clinch people. If that's effective or not, we'll find out. But no edge really in this fight for me. I kind of want to stay away. Like I just feel like regardless of what side I end up betting, I'm gonna end up regretting it.
Yeah, man. But next fight we got on the card, I actually really like this fight. Fitz, you can go first on this one, bro. We got Alessandro Costa taking on Alden Correa. What do you think about this fight?
Yeah, I know Alden Correa has some hype. Fighting, I believe, in his home state of Texas. Fury FC guy. But I'm a big Costa fan, man. I think he's very talented. I know he has some people think that loss to Amir Alvazi is really bad because he got knocked out and Alvazi is not like known as a finisher. I would disagree with that. It was his first fight in the UFC. He's fighting a top 5 guy. He was just overwhelmed. Costa does kind of, I'm getting a little scared. I feel like he is kind of on upset watch. I'm not going to predict it. I don't have the balls. I'm a believer in Alessandro. I think his leg kicks are some of the best in the sport. He has nasty jiu-jitsu, can probably finish this fight any way he wants to. But just kind of weird gut feeling that this kid might come and just because everyone thinks Costa's such a lock, they're going to find out. Correa, I think, is going to be a tough fight. So if I had to pick, I'd probably say Costa decision. But this is not someone I'm looking to parlay. I think there's some safer parlay pieces coming up in the card.
Yeah, me personally, man, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go with Correa. I did my prediction video, man, and I bitched out. I picked Costa, and I was thinking about it. I was just like, I just don't get why the line is where it's at. Correa's a beast, man. I mean, the guy switches stances super well. His boxing is on point. His grappling is really good. I feel like this guy's pretty high level fighter. And Costa, the one thing I'm worried about is the leg kicks with Costa. But I think that Correa has better wrestling. He has better boxing by far. And it's just going to be if he just doesn't stand in front of Costa and lets him just blow his legs apart. And he gets switch stances. So I think that's going to be an effective thing. So the line is crazy to me because I think Correa is a really skillful guy. He trains full-time with Josh Van. I mean, that's a great training partner to have. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to play out a lot closer than the line indicates. So if you're getting that plus 300, I think that's a good price, to be honest with you. So that's kind of where I'm leaning here, especially with, Costa. I think his chin is a little suspect, man. I get that, you're saying it was the first fight in UFC without Bazzi, but he's gotten dropped, I think, in almost every fight he's had in UFC. He got dropped by Steve Erceg like 3 times as well, or 2 or 3 times. So I think his chin is a little suspect. So yeah, man, I'm going with Correa here. But what do you think about it, Billy?
Yeah, I mean, Correa's coming in on short notice. San Antonio owned Fury flyweight FC champion. I think Correa is a live underdog, but I just think this is a big step up in competition, meaning like Alexandre Costa doesn't really display his grappling too much, but he's a hell of a grappler, man. Him and Diego Lopes have been training at Oklahoma, or had a couple of stints at Oklahoma State for this camp, getting prepared for this one. And I think that's an inclination that Alexandre Costa is going to wrestle here in this spot. It might not be like the most fantabulous minus 400 favorite that you'll ever see, but I think eventually he's going to be able to get advantageous positions on the ground and end up finding the back of Aiden Correa. And if he's able to get the submission or not, that's really on him. But I could kind of see why people are on Correa. It doesn't seem like it's big plus EV really parlaying Alexandre Costa, but he's my pick and one of my more confident picks of the card. How confident could you really be in a minus 400 that you're picking to win by decision?
I mean, what do you guys think though about Costa coming off such a layoff? Like, do you think that's going to affect him or not really?
I think he had an injury, yeah, because he pulled out a fight against Matt Schnell, maybe
like way over a year, like a year and a half.
Yeah, but I think he pulled out of a fight because of an injury. So, at least there's a reason. Yeah, he pulled out last year, a fight against Matt Schnell. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's not like it's been a crazy time. It's been about since last fight is May 4th, so about a year and a half now. But I mean, in my opinion, that last fight, dude, is a big win. Kevin Borjas is no slouch, and to go out there and finish him, so he would have had a lot of momentum. He would have slumped Matt Schnell. That was a layup fight. And even against Edgar Chairez, Chairez is a good fighter. I rate him, but I think Costa would have been the favorite, would have handled business there. And I'm sure we could check the line on what that fight was.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely – I mean, it's going to be an interesting fight. I just like Auden Correa, too. I watched him for quite a while. I actually thought Paris Moran should have got signed to the UFC like a while back. He's a huge flyweight, like really good striking, and Correa knocked him out. So, I don't know. I'm kind of just seeing – the momentum on his side, but yeah, man. Next fight you got in the card, Zach Reese versus SD Dumas here. I mean, I don't really got too much to say about this one. What do you think about this fight, Billy?
Yeah, Mills actually did an interview with Cedric Dumas, and I helped him out.
Thanks. What was that? A collect call?
I had not. What I got from it was that he's gonna go for it in this fight, and I think that's gonna
He needs that fucking bonus money. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get knocked out though, or not knocked out. I just think he gets finished in the early goings of this fight. Like, if there was ever a fight for him not to go for it, it would be this matchup because I actually think he could beat Zachary Reese by decision if he just fought smart for 15 minutes. But I think these two kids are gonna, or not two kids, but these two men in here are gonna swing it out, duke it out, and if it's Zachary Reese winning by submission, you're not going to feel good about that money line ticket because it's probably him throwing a sub off of his back after like Dumas gets on top of him. So I can see this fight going a bunch of different ways, but I definitely see violence in this fight, and I think it's going to be from the Zachary Reese side, and it's going to be because Dumas finds himself getting clipped into something.
Yeah. What do you think about it, Fitz?
Dude, we have, I mean, first of all, I'll go on a mini rant here. This card is dog shit, man. This is an Apex level card. For it to be like a special event, I mean, horrible card, man. Great main event, amazing main event, horrible card, in my opinion. We have a gauntlet of maybe the 6. I mean, I won't disrespect Aslam, but 5 of the worst middleweights ever fighting on this card. It's going to be hilarious. This fight is hilarious. Zachary Reese versus CD Dumas is funny as fuck. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Lay chalk on Zachary Reese? I guess. You know, how can you possibly, in your right mind, bet on CD Dumas when he's, you know, training out of dog crates and, you know, he's not even throwing kicks because he's got an ankle monitor on. Who knows how he's even commuting to the gym with $13 in his pocket. I don't know. I think there's a world he wins this fight, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think we already spent too much time on this fight. Fuck, but I just like me personally.
You got to make a pick, dude.
Look at his wins in UFC. The guy is like, I don't like the way he fights. He's always backing up.
Dude, the Brundage fight is the worst fight of all time, man.
He's throwing kicks off the back foot, like. He could talk about wanting to go for it all he wants, but whenever he gets in there and fights, I mean, the guy fights like a pussy. I mean, he's always running backwards and then just grabbing and trying to wrestle when people get close to him. Like, if he goes in there and tries to brawl, I mean, I think, honestly, he would have a good chance to knock Zach Reese out because he's the more powerful guy to me. I mean, Zach Reese has gone in some knockouts and stuff, but I don't think you could compare him to, like, having the power of like fucking Michał Oleksiejczuk, you know, like that guy hits like a truck. So I don't know. I mean, this fight could go either way, but I'm gonna say Zach Reese wins because I think if it gets out the first round, I think that Dumas is kind of a quitter, man. So I could just see.
You trust Zach Reese outside of the first round? That's a crazy statement.
I thought he's gotten more cage time in his last couple of fights
in a row. Yeah, like where he
against who? Jose Medina.
I'm not saying that. It's just more of like he's been learning on the job and his cardio has been improving.
Like, I don't think SD is going to push any pace at all either. Like, so I don't know.
That's where I feel different. I feel like ST is really going to try to come out here and try to really push a pace and get knocked the fuck out.
Well, he can't box though, so he's gonna have to like throw kicks, I guess. I don't know, or try to just go in there.
How has he been kicking with an ankle monitor on?
He said he's felt like he's had the adequate training that that's the reason why he felt like he didn't go for it in the past. He said he wasn't really too confident in his training, and he said he's been at Fusion XL gym down there with Mike Davis, Terrence McKinney, and company. So I mean, that would be the gym for him to go to. That seems like
he's been since he signed with UFC though.
Like, he said this is the most he's ever trained. I'm just repeating what he said. I'm not agreeing with the guy. I'm just repeating what he said.
That's like a
most he's ever trained for a fight. He said he's gonna go for it.
Like Mike Perry's at that gym, Alex Nicholson, fucking SD, a bunch of fucking like
criminals.
That Anthony Geracio guy is at Fusion XL that just got fucking knocked the fuck out. That's a cool gym though. but I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna pick
next fight.
Yeah, next fight: Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Garuli. Yeah, man, I like Gurley in this fight a lot. I just don't see a lot of path to victory for Aguilar. I mean, the guy, his style is known now. I mean, we've seen how he fights, and he was able to catch a couple people with that guillotine. But now that they know, I mean, this guy is no wrestling. He just throws big overhands and has the guillotine. And I don't really think he has the best cardio. I just feel like Gurley, if Nick Piccinini can't hold him down, I don't see how Jesus Aguilar is going to hold him down, even if he takes him down. And Gurley should be way better on the feet. He throws a lot more volume. I mean, you could be a little worried about his chin, obviously, because he doesn't have the best defense. But I think he should win this, and I think he should be wider than a minus 200. Like, um, I could see him being like minus 350, but I like this fight to go the distance too. I feel like Aguilar's pretty tough, but what do you think about it, Fitz?
Yeah, I exactly agree. I like Gurley. One of the plays I'm targeting this week, gonna mix him up in my parlays. People think he got fraud checked by Odie Osborne. He got caught. It happens. Odie's a good fighter. Kevin Aguilar, it's kind of crazy to me how he catches up these guillotines. I mean, Guru, you probably know as a jiu-jitsu guy, but like his arms are so short. Like I think he has the shortest reach in men's UFC history. So I don't know if that helps him, but normally you think like front chokes and stuff like that, longer arm guys have an advantage. But maybe he gets leverage from the guillotine.
I will say though that guillotine he got on Stuart Nickel or whatever, I don't know what the fuck Stuart Nickel was doing. Like he literally
shit the bed. Yeah, I think he had really bad.
I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I get what you mean. It's like, but he always shoots that guillotine. Like you could tell that's his move. It's harder to like actually secure it, but when you have short arms, and you actually like lock it in, your squeeze can be a lot harder, and it's harder to break the grip. So yeah, he could. That's like probably a thing. He probably has like a really good squeeze when he actually can get the position good, But yeah, so you're thinking Gurley too, though.
Yeah, probably decision.
Yeah. What about you, Billy?
Yeah, right there with you guys. I'm actually looking at Louis Gurule by KO or decision at minus 155 at bet 365.
Yeah, that's not. What's the difference between that and is the decision like a minus something?
The money line was minus 200, best price available, and the decision prop was plus 140. I mean, I definitely think he could bonk Jesus. Like if he bonked Jesus Aguilar, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I think it's not bad. I don't know if
Aguilar's never been knocked out. You would guess he's got a big Mexican head.
Yeah,
he does. I've said it before, dude. He looks exactly like the quesadilla from the burrito from Sausage Party.
I kind of think Aguilar has like the better finishing upside, but I don't think he's gonna finish. You know what I mean by that. But yeah, next fight we got on the card: Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. What do you think about this fight, Billy?
I think this is a Tati spot all day. I'm usually not a fan of backing a fighter coming off of a championship belt loss, but I definitely think that Weili Zhang vacating the belt is definitely giving her like just breathe. You can win a championship or be right back in a title shot. Like her last loss wasn't as career dampering as it kind of seemed like in the moment of that night where she got pieced up on the feet. Her wrestling was highly ineffective later on in the fight. It does make me a little bit concerned. Amanda Lemos does have I don't know. I feel like Amanda Lemos, like her biggest Achilles heel has really been her takedown defense. 59% takedown defense has been taken down in 4 consecutive fights. So I think she's going to have to concede some control time here, and that's a bad sign because Tatiana Suarez might be one of the best like female grapplers in MMA. I think she bounces back here, and I think she has the ability to find a sub late in this fight, but probably a decision here. I like Tatiana Suarez a lot, though, in this fight. I know Amanda Lemos is nice, one of the most aggressive girls in like female MMA. She has a huge striking advantage in this fight, but I think the wrestling outweighs the grappling advantage, in my opinion.
Yep. What do you think about it, Fitz?
Yeah, I know Lemos' grappling looked better, but make no mistake about it, Tatiana Suarez is no Yasmin Lucindo. Those are two completely different levels we're talking about. Maybe Tatiana's had a massive fall off after losing the title. I don't think so. She's come back from a lot harder stuff than losing a title fight. We know her story. She just had to watch Patchy Mix fight, so that was probably a lot worse than actually her own title fight loss. But yeah, Guriel decision and Suarez decision parlayed is plus 644. So if you want to look at two fights back to back, make some money, that's what I'm going to be on. Or if you parlay the two of them, I think the money lines are like minus 140, something like that. So that's what I'll be doing. Minus 123.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys. I think it's Suarez decision most likely. But the one thing I will say, that I do think Lemos has a chance, and I'm about to look at what the odds are, because you have to take into account. I mean, I do think Tatiana Suarez, her neck is not the greatest. You know what I mean? She's had a lot of neck issues, and one thing that Lemos has is a fucking sick guillotine. You know what I mean? So she could hit that. That would be plus 1,200. I don't think that's a horrible bet, honestly. But more than likely, I mean, the one thing I think Lemos has gotten better with her grappling defense. Even in the fight with Virna, I think she won the first round. She was able to shut down the wrestling, and then she obviously got submitted in the second. But when she gets taken down, she just doesn't get up. So that's why I think that Tati's probably going to be able to win. Just hit a couple takedowns and secure the fight. But, I mean, this is one of the more dangerous females, because on the feet, I mean, she could actually hit Suarez with some heat and hurt her. A lot of girls can't do that. And then she has somewhat of a submission threat. But, yeah, I think Suarez could probably get through this one. And like Billy said, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the title, but if she wins, she might be right back in the title fight or right near it. So,
I mean,
we do know what they're doing for the title. It's
Mackenzie Dern and Verna Janarota. I feel like they just picked two names out of a fucking hat, and there was no thought process.
I mean, Verna definitely deserves a title shot.
Yeah, but how they get Mackenzie Dern? How did Mackenzie Dern just get a title shot?
Well, I think
it makes sense for make it title.
I think didn't but I mean Amanda, she destroyed Mackenzie though when they fought. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think you could put Amanda in a title fight though at this point. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that one, and then if Virna wins, I highly doubt that they'll give the fight to. I guess if Tati wins, they could give her that fight, but I don't know if they would want to do two grapplers like that again. But yeah, if Dern wins, I think for sure they'll give Suarez the fight. But yeah, man. Next fight on the card, good fight. We got Joaquin Silva versus Claudio Puelles. Silva's a slight dog. We got Puelles at minus 130, Silva plus 110. Yeah, man. Silva's older. He's 36, 37. So I think that's probably why he's the underdog here, because Puelles, I think he's only 29, but I like Silva in this fight, man. I mean, Puelles, he hasn't won a fight in a while. He hasn't won a fight since 2022 when he fought Clay Guida, and he just hasn't been that active. Silva hasn't been super active either, but I feel like Puelles, he's kind of a one-trick pony he has a good single and he has a good double leg too. His shots are good, but I feel like Neto BJJ, I mean, he's never shown off his grappling at all because he likes to bang it out, but I think he'll be able to nullify a lot of the leg attacks and probably be able to get back up to his feet, keep it standing for the most part. And I think that Claudio Puelles, when he starts to go downhill, man, the guy's just falls off a cliff. What was that in the Dan Hooker fight? He wasn't trying to win at all. He just quit.
That was crazy.
So if you can get him to that breaking point, Puelles is a quitter. And I think Silva, I mean, he's older, but I feel like he could win this and get a finish, honestly. So what do you think about it, Billy?
Yeah, I have no good read on this fight. I feel like process would tell me Neto BJJ by decision, but like I'm not convicted enough to bet on this fight either side. I feel like Claudio Puelles, from the shit that I was looking at on his Instagram, he looks jacked for this fight, man. He's definitely on the good stuff over there, wherever he's at. I just don't have a good read on this fight at all. Like, I feel like process would tell you to bet Silva, but I don't know if I'm really going to put money on it, though.
Yeah, I saw that too, but me personally, man, and tell me what you guys think about this. I thought his putting on muscle is not a positive for this matchup because Joaquin Silva, I mean, that guy's already fucking jacked. I mean, he's not going to be stronger than Silva. He's a gasser. So the striking on the feet, I mean, you'd think him having more muscle is going to slow him down and he's going to get tired faster. So unless he could take him down and like smush him, but I mean, Silva's jiu-jitsu should be good enough, man. I mean, we'll see, but what do you think about it, Fitz?
This is a pass for me. I think this fight might be all right. From a betting standpoint, I hate it. I was originally thinking I was gonna go Silva, but if I had to pick right now, I'd probably go Puelles. But just in my opinion, both flaky fighters. Silva's getting up there in age, taking damage. You know, I agree. Like Billy kind of says the same thing. Like it's kind of like if you were to bet it, I would say you got to be on the Joaquin Silva side. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick Puelles to get a decision. Actually, training at Killcliff, you know, I don't think he looked horrible against Farazian. He definitely lost the fight. Shouldn't have been a split decision. Obviously, the Dan Hooker fight was horrendous, but that was a while ago. This is still, you know, someone who's relatively young, can improve.
Yeah, dude, you know what's crazy? My bad for interrupting you, but I saw Puelles, he signed to the UFC in 2016. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like.
And he's only 29 years old, so, you know.
Yeah.
I'll go Puelles here.
Yeah, both those. I think Silva was in UFC in like 2015 too, so both those guys have been in UFC forever. But yeah, man. Next fight on the card, we got the main event. I think, right? We got Medina versus Dusko
Todorovic minus 400, dude. Who would have thought?
I mean, I think
that's got to be the craziest line in UFC history. Dusko minus 400. What accurate. Are we doing, guys?
I mean, me personally, man, I mean, all I'll say about the fight, like from a betting perspective, is I think Todorovic sub plus 500 is a good bet, man. I mean, I get that this is a shitty fight, but, dude, Medina has no takedown defense at all. He gives his back every time he gets taken down. Todorovic, he has the black belt. He has good grappling credentials. Medina's tough as shit. I mean, the guy's probably not going to get finished with strikes, so just choke the guy. I mean, I think that it's better than plus 500 odds for sure. So, I mean, besides that, that's all I'll say. I mean, I don't think Medina, I mean, can he get him tired and finish him? I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Billy? You giving him any chance here?
I think this is a Dusko sub 2-3 plus 1,000 spot, but like besides like gimmicky props, I mean this money line's gotten steamed throughout the week. I don't think I want to be parlaying Dusko.
Yeah, so you're the same thing though. You think him by sub is the play here?
I mean, if you're gonna hang round on FanDuel, they have round 2-3 sub at plus 1,000. I mean, damn, $10 bring you back 100. I mean, you could spend $10 way worse. Like,
let's do it. Squad ride, chat ride, stream ride, Dusko sub. Don't get too fancy with the rounds, dude, because he might go out there and run through him like a knife with butter, you know.
For sure. Like, I wouldn't do that either, especially because, dude, you're getting plus 500.
Just take the plus 500, yeah.
Just bet $20 on it, man. You'll get the same 100. I mean, but yeah, 2-3. I mean, because I feel like if this fight gets into the third round, I'm gonna be fucking nervous as shit. Like,
I'm gonna want to kill myself for having to watch 2 rounds of this fight.
Well, Medina's only in the UFC because he's durable.
Exactly.
Did you just call him adorable?
No, adorable. He's adorable.
Durable.
Dana White only signed him because he went 3 rounds with Magomed Gazizulov. So like
Who fucking
that used to be his calling card. And I don't think he's going to be fighting fucking Gacciere every time. Like the Tina Gacciere fight was just a terrible matchup for him.
Well, that's why I'm saying
that's a terrible matchup for everybody.
I do respect like his toughness, man, but that's why I think he'll get subbed. But and Dusko, he's finished like all his wins, bro. Like I think he only has one decision in his whole career. So if it goes to decision, maybe Medina will fucking win. But
Dude, 3-fight losing streak, and he's a -400.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Next fight, though, man, we got a sick fight. I love this fight right here, man. Alexander Hernandez versus CDF. It wasn't that long ago that we were doing a stream, man, because we talked about the Hernandez fight. I think that was for UFC 319. Fought Hooper. He got that knockout. He was like plus 300. And now he's the favorite here. It's a slight favorite. He's minus 102. So, I mean, pretty much pick him, but he's fighting CDF. I think one of Fitz's favorite fighters, man. So, yeah. What do you think about it, though, Fitz, in this fight here? You got CDF getting the win off the layoff, or I guess he didn't have the layoff. He fought in January, or you got Hernandez here.
Yeah, tough fight, man. I really could see it going away. I'll roll with my guy, CDF, just because the cardio, man. I don't think Hernandez is going to starch him, and I ultimately think that CDF, even at 40 years old, has a better cardio. I'm a little worried. I don't think he looked great on the scales. Looked a little bit older. So maybe he might finally start to show his age. And Hernandez is definitely riding hot. You know, he's coming in with a lot of momentum. But I feel like if we were so bullish on Chase Hooper, you know, and obviously Chase had a lot of hype. I mean, those same weaknesses in Hernandez's game, you know, I think CDF could exploit them. You know, he's so good, man, on the ground. He's such a talented grappler. We bring it up all the time, but go watch his fight with Gregor Gillespie. One of my favorite personal fights that I've seen. You know, the grappling in that fight was so fun. But yeah, I'll be on CDF. Not too confident. Not going to bet it like crazy.
I don't know, Tristan. I think he might even be in. I guess Hooper had a lot of hype. You're probably right. Maybe like minus 180, but he was
no way. If it was Hooper versus CDF in that Hernandez spot, Hooper would have been minus 200 at least.
No, I think he's saying if you took like Hernandez
right now,
Hooper, like let's say instead of when he fought Hooper, he was fighting CDF. Like, what do you?
There's no way CDF would have been favored. There's no chance.
Versus Alex Hernandez, he's saying.
Oh, versus Alex Hernandez.
Like,
I thought you meant versus Hooper.
You get what he's saying? Like if you took
okay. I was misreading it. Yeah. I agree with that. Maybe like minus 150, minus 180.
Yeah, I don't think he has as much hype as Hooper. Even if like they fought, I think CDF would beat Hooper easily. But I think Hooper just had more hype, you know, at that point. But I mean, man, I actually picked Hernandez to beat Hooper. I felt like a good pick, man. I mean, he was a big underdog.
Well, it was a good pick.
So this fight, man, but I'm switching. I'm going with CDF. I think that it's a good matchup for CDF, man. You watch Hernandez's fight, like with Kurt Hollabaugh, for instance. I feel like he was slowing down pretty majorly. He had to go to the wrestling to get the win here. And like Fitz said, I don't think he's going to just blitz through CDF and knock him out. So I think that on the feet, CDF is going to be a lot higher volume. He's going to use the kicks, which I think are going to be effective at distance. He's going to make Hernandez kind of blitz him. And as long as he doesn't get clipped early, I think he'll be able to kind of take over. And I could see him getting a finish in round 2 or 3 as well. So, yeah, man, I lean towards CDF in this fight. I think he can get another win. I don't know how many more wins he's going to get, like in UFC, because he's getting up there. But I think he can get an upset here and get the victory over Hernandez. So what do you think about it, Billy?
I like Alex Hernandez here. I get it. His cardio kind of sucks, but he looks like a top 15 fighter for like the first 7.5 minutes of fights. And I think he wins the first 2 rounds of this fight and then drops the 3rd round. And I think he wins a 29-28 decision. Fights in San Antonio. He's only on this card because it's in San Antonio. It's a quick turnaround for him. Didn't really take any damage. I think he rides the momentum in this one. I feel like a lot of Carlos Diego Vieira's wins have been like comeback rally from being down in fights and stuff like that. And I don't think that's just going to work here, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, one thing though is both these guys are local. CDF, he's lived in Texas forever, man. He has a gym down there, a jiu-jitsu gym. So I think Hernandez will for sure have the crowd, obviously, but CDF is going to feel like at home too, you know. So it's a great fight, good matchup, and yeah, man, I'm excited for that one. But next fight on the card, Quang Lee versus Santiago Luna. Another really good fight, man. I mean, I was actually impressed with Luna for being 21 years old. I think he's pretty skillful because he's a wrestler. He had a lot of like amateur wrestling credentials. I think he wrestled for some school in California. He was like a state champion 3 or 4 times in high school, and then he had some international wrestling experience too. So, but you look at his fights. I mean, the guy has good boxing, fast hands. He goes to the body well. He does kind of have like that Aaron Pico thing about him, though, to me, where he's like too over aggressive on the feet. Like he got rocked a couple times by some real low level guys. So Quang Lee, I mean, he hits hard, and I think he could land some big counters. Maybe he could knock him out, but I just feel like Luna, he's gonna have the cardio if he could survive like the early going first round, round and a half. I think he could mix in the takedowns, and I feel like he could find the knockout, man. Go into the body. I think this fight's going to end inside the distance, though. I like that as a play here. I think probably someone is going to get knocked out. And I'm leaning towards Luna, but yeah, man, Quang Lee could play spoiler and get the win. I mean, I see his knockout price plus 800. I think that's a crazy price. I mean, that's probably a pretty good bet. Quang Lee plus 800.
Yeah, I mean, fight ends in knockout on FanDuel is plus 260.
Yeah, that's a good bet too. I mean, but yeah, man. What do you think about it, Fitz? You agree? You think it's going to be a knockout kind of fight, or what do you think here?
I don't know necessarily. Might go to decision. I'll be on Luna here. I'll back the young hot prospect from Mexico. I've liked what I've seen. You know, Quang Lee's a tough fighter. You know, after that debut against Chris Gutierrez, a lot of people were pretty high on him. You know, gave Chris Gutierrez a really tough fight. But I'm not like the biggest guy. I know he just beat Ilia Topuria, which was obviously a big win for his career. But I'm obviously joking with Vigaston Bulanos. You know, that's the lookalike. But yeah, I'll back the prospect here. I just like Pereira. Give me the young guns here.
Gotcha. What do you think about it, Billy?
Oh man, I like Santiago Luna, but I don't know if I'm walking into a trap. I'm gonna take him on the money line this weekend. I think he's gonna be able to. I want to bet the under 2.5, but I think he's actually gonna wrestle himself to a decision. I think he's gonna be able to mix in a little bit of striking, just enough to work in some takedowns. And I don't think Quang Bang Lee, granted, his grappling looked good against Gaston Bolanos, but that's Gaston Bolanos. Gaston Bolanos' wrestling is kind of like non-existent. I think Santiago Luna is just going to push a pace in the grappling and wrestle himself to a decision here.
Yeah, I can see that too, because I do think Luna, like his cardio is impressive, his wrestling cardio. But one thing, dude, I like Quang Lee. His back takes are sick, dude. He has some sick back takes, so. But he doesn't have like good chokes and stuff. But yeah, man, that'll be a good fight for sure. I think both those guys are like underrated. But next fight we got on the card, we probably got the last fight in the UFC for Calvin, man. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna get another. Even if he wins, I mean, I don't see him getting another fight. He gets so much. He gets paid.
How the fuck does he miss weight by 5 pounds, dude? Like he doesn't give a fuck, man.
Dude, did you see?
He really doesn't care.
He's just like, dude, he didn't care at all. He was just. But
I mean, if he missed weight at 5 pounds by welterweight, I get it. He's never really been able to do that cut. He's also got to hold the record for most weight misses in UFC history, right?
I don't know.
I'll ask ChatGPT real quick.
Dude, even the fight with D-Rod where he made weight or whatever, he didn't make weight for that fight either. They changed that.
He missed it by 10 pounds in that one.
Well, they switched it to middleweight in the middle of the week or some shit, like where they made it where he didn't miss weight, like on paper.
Apparently, John Lineker missed weight 5 times.
Kelvin might have tried it on that one.
This might have been the 5th, yeah.
but
Kelvin's also had fights canceled because of his weight cut.
Yeah.
Like the Tyron Woodley fight, I think got canceled because he couldn't make weight.
No, he fought Woodley. He was
Okay.
Yeah. Because the only reason why I remember that is because Woodley gave him the money back for missing.
Yeah. I couldn't remember how that exactly played out.
But yeah, I mean, on top of it's not like he missed weight and it looked like he was drained and like had a great.
He's fat.
Yeah, exactly. Like it wasn't like he was trying to get off like fucking hard pounds, man. It was like pure negligence type of thing. So, and I saw dude on his Instagram. He was in South Korea like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. Like he probably hasn't been training at all for this fight, I would assume. And you look at these guys, if you're watching the tape, I mean, Kelvin is obviously the better fighter. Like, he's way faster, better striking, probably better wrestling. But if he's not training at all, Dustin's coming in here motivated. He's a bigger guy. If he can get a takedown, maybe Kelvin will completely gas and Dustin can just lay on him for 2 rounds and win a decision. So I don't know. I don't really want to back Dustin, man. I mean, but I think Dustin by decision is not like a terrible bet if you wanted to just take a swing at it, you know. But yeah, bad fight for Kelvin. I think Dustin, man. I saw Joe Pyfer versus Kelvin. Kelvin got $421K flat, so that means Dustin got like $150,000 just from the 35% from Kelvin. So if he wins, I don't know what he gets paid like on his purse, but he's probably gonna have like a close to $300K payday, man. So life changing if Dustin wins this week. Even if he loses, man, I mean he probably is gonna make like $200K. So yeah, man. I'm gonna pick Dustin Stoltzfus. I don't want to pick him, but
that's crazy.
So, yeah, what do you think, Fitz?
I mean, I think Gaslam, if he doesn't win this fight, he should. I'll have some choice words, you know, but there's no reason he should lose this fight. He should go out there and knock Dustin Stoltzfus out. This would be by far the worst loss of his career, and if he loses this fight, his career should be over. He should never fight again in the UFC. Go fight in dirty boxing. You don't even belong in the PFL.
I'm kind of right there with you. But
how's he gonna make weight 4 times in a year in the PFL?
Dustin Stoltzfus though is kind of live here, man. Kind of live here.
Dustin sucks. I've backed Dustin. I've been a Dustin guy before. He fucking blows, dude.
I'm just saying, Kevin Gastelum has won.
He's not good, dude. He's not good.
Kevin Gastelum's won 3-7 since in his last 10 fights, bro.
Let me ask Fitz a question. When do you think is the last time, like just guess the year, the last time Kelvin got a KO? What year was it?
Dude, probably 2019.
Not even 2017.
17.
So
against this thing?
Go out there and KO this guy. I mean, that's pretty bold, dude. He's had like.
I mean, I wish fucking plus 210 doesn't look like it's that good anymore, but he's gonna.
Last KO was against Michael Bisping, dude. That's the last time.
He's now 45 years old.
And that was Bisping off a 2-week layoff, 2 weeks after getting his ass whooped by GSP. You won.
And then who's his knockout before that? Tim Kennedy?
Vitor Belfort. And
Tim Kennedy. So he knocked out the retirement home.
Yeah, Nate Marquardt. Yeah, those are his knockouts in UFC. Nate Marquardt, Tim Kennedy, Vitor, and Bisping. And he hasn't had KO since then, yeah. He hasn't had a lot of wins since then, man, like Billy's saying. But
3-7 across his last 10 fights is pretty wild that he's like still signed to the UFC.
Well, it's like even when he loses, though, I will give him credit. Like the fights are competitive. And
yeah.
So he's not like getting. I guess the
Sean Brady
got crushed, but all the other ones were competitive. But I mean, like I said, clearly he's way better than Dustin. But it's just if Dustin takes him down in the first round, you think Kelvin's gonna have the power to knock him out after that? I don't. Dude, he's gonna be so gassed. He looks like so fat, man. I just think it's a big red flag too that he's. I don't think he's even training. Like you said, he was in South Korea like 2 weeks ago, and then he's gonna fly back to the U.S. like in the middle of his camp. Like, what is he doing over there with his girlfriend? Like sightseeing, like going to the restaurants and shit. So, I mean, if Dustin's ever gonna beat him, it's gonna be now. But yeah, man. Next fight we got on the card. Really good fight here, man. I think this is one of the underrated fights on the card, and two guys that are kind of underrated at 155 with Rafa Garcia and Jared Gordon. And Gordon's a pretty significant favorite. I'm not sure about him being a minus 250, but what do you think about it, Billy? Who do you got here?
It's a hard one because it's like I want to bet Rafa Garcia just off of like process and theory, but I actually think Jared Gordon's just going to outbox him. Like there's one thing Jared Gordon has looked career best striking wise in this last couple of fights. I'm not a fan of the guy or anything like that, but if Rafa Garcia isn't controlling a fight or able to get takedowns in fights, then it's not like he throws enough volume to just outstrike Jared Gordon for 15 minutes. So I think you'd play some props in this fight. There's a lot of props in this market for this fight. Definitely think Jared Gordon might be the side though, but I just don't think it's plus EV to parlay on that minus 230.
Yeah, it's like 37, like you said. It's a little sketchy, but what do you think, Fitz? You think that he's going to get the job done, or you got Hoff for the upset here?
Normally I fade Jared Gordon, and I was kind of thinking about doing it again. Like I haven't been the biggest Jared Gordon guy, but he's impressed me, man. I'm coming around, and maybe I'm gonna fucking jinx him. And as soon as I'm on him, he's gonna lose because I think I saw Danny's put in a pretty big bet on Rafa Garcia, Billy, but I think he's gonna get the job done. I think volume is the key here. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. Give me Jared Gordon decision.
Yeah. One thing though, like that surprised me with Jared Gordon, man, is the guy never really showed like a ton of power in his fights, and then his last two wins are one punch knockouts in the first round. Like, so I don't know if he got some good juice or what, but he KO'd Moises, man. That KO was nasty, dude. Like Moises was out bad, so his power is definitely looking better, but I don't think I guess Garcia got KO'd once, but I think it was a doctor stoppage. So
I mean, he got knocked out by Grant Dawson, didn't he? That was like a ground and pound.
yeah, that might have been the one that I think that's the one on his record. But that wasn't really like he wasn't KO'd, was he? Or was he actually?
No, I wouldn't say like KO'd stiff on the feet standing.
It was just like a stuck in a position type of thing. So he's
Yeah,
like durable.
I just don't see how does Rafa Garcia throw more volume than Jared Gordon for him to win a decision. I feel like he would have to get enough control time wrestling, and I just don't see that.
Yeah, Gordon, I think he's a black belt under Danaher, dude. So I don't think Rafa is going to hold him down at all. Like, I don't see that. Like, but I will say, though, I mean, every Gordon fight, dude, is a fucking split decision. So if you're betting him, it's probably, like, you're not going to feel the greatest about it. Like, but, yeah, I got to go with Gordon, too. I'm looking at this. What do you guys think about this price right here where on FanDuel, he's minus 160 to have the most significant strikes landed? I feel like that's like a lock.
I'm 100% betting that as we get done the stream, and I'm writing everything down right now. I think that's like one of the best prop bets of the whole entire card.
Yeah, most significant strikes landed minus 160. I feel like he definitely should outstrike him unless he gets knocked out or some shit really early. So, and Rafa doesn't have power, like, so I like that play, honestly. Just seeing that, but yeah, man, co-main event time. We got a great fight in the co-main event as well. Rob Font, he is stepping up, taking a short notice opponent. I guess both these guys though are going to be on the card. Like Rob Font was going to fight Chiwiwi's Raul Rosas, and then Martinez was going to fight Quang Lee. So he's getting a huge step up, going from Quang Lee to have to fight Rob Font. But yeah, what do you think about this fight, Fitz?
I like it. I was, I'm a David Martinez fan, but I'm not backing him, and I see a lot of people picking him. I don't really get it. I mean, I know he looked good, but come on, man, Rob Font. This is just too early in his career, unless Font has faded, which I don't think he has. I think we're gonna get a vintage Rob Font performance. I lean decision. I think David Martinez will be tough to hit, but Font's gonna cut the cage off. David's gonna try to dance around, use kicks, use his fast movement, that Taekwondo style, but Rob's going to march him down and box him up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I feel like this fight could go I think if Martinez wins, his only win path, I mean, I don't see him knocking out Font. I don't see him submitting. I think the only way he can win is a close decision. You know what I mean? Which that's a small win path, especially when you got a guy at minus 115 with Rob Font. I think he could dominate the fight. I think he could make it look really easy. I think he can get a knockout. And I think a submission is live for Font. That's one of the bets that I actually will tell you guys. I put a bet on that because, dude, I was looking at Rob Font's IG and I listened to an interview and he's been in Texas for this whole camp for like 6 weeks. And he's saying that he's been doing jiu-jitsu every day. He's been training with John Danaher and he's obviously was getting ready to fight Raul Rosas. So that's why he was there. And I watched David Martinez. I watched a couple of his fights in Combate. He fought this guy, Axel Sola, or not Axel Sola. That guy just fought in UFC, but Axel something. And he got his back taken. He got mounted. He definitely got tired. So I think that Rob Font, if he pressures him hard, it's going to be hard to kick off your back foot, man, against a tall guy that's longer than you, that's going to be in your face with a jab that has incredible ability to cut the cage off in this fight. So many good kickers, man. I mean, Matsumoto is a great kicker and Kyler Phillips is a good kicker, and he easily was able to walk him down. And even Figueiredo, he outstruck Figueiredo pretty easily. It was Figueiredo hitting takedowns that got the win for him there. And David Martinez is not going to take him down. I think, like I said, Font could even get a takedown himself potentially in this fight and maybe even get a submission. So Martinez, man, I mean, the guy looks good. He had that first round KO, so who knows? I mean, maybe he could catch Font, but I just think it's very unlikely, and I got to go with Rob Font here. I mean, the guy has only been submitted one time. He's never been knocked out. Martinez winning a decision against him, I think, is tough. I mean, the guy is, 2-1 in decisions in his career. That's not a lot of experience. So, but yeah, Billy, what do you think, man?
Man, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of out on the Rob Font thing. I think this line movement tells you everything that you need to know, that David Martinez is a little bit more alive than what people think. I feel like we're going to see some late steam coming in on Rob Font day of. When the casuals come in, they look at the board and they see minus 120 on Rob Font. I think David Martinez is live as fuck to win a decision here. A lot of Rob Font's fights, the G Matsumoto fight, you just talked about it. I thought he lost that fight. I thought it was a razor close decision. G Matsumoto was on short notice, and he's a grappler. We known him for grappling and fucking his crazy submissions, not his striking volume. His striking volume's fine, but I don't know. If you're going punch for punch with G Matsumoto, granted, I think G Matsumoto is a higher graded prospect than David Martinez, but striking wise, I think David Martinez is a way better striker than G Matsumoto. I think I think David Martinez, if he could bring pace and pressure early in this fight and get ahead early, I think this could be 1-1 going into the third and everybody's biting their nails.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased because Ralph Font, man, I really like Ralph Font. He's one of my favorite fighters. But I will say though, dude, I don't agree with that with Matsumoto. I mean, that guy has crazy volume in all his fights. So, like when he fought Miles Johns, I think he like beat the shit out of him on the feet. So
I'm just saying, short notice though. Short notice, up a weight class. Like, there's a lot of things that wasn't really going his way. He was supposed to fight the week after. Like, that wasn't the easiest fight ever. Like, I'm not gonna grade him too far down because of a loss to Rob Font via split decision. Like, if anything, thought Rob Font should have looked better in that spot.
no, I'm not saying it was a bad. I'm just saying I think Gene is like a really good striker. Like I don't think he's more of a grappler personally. And he was the favorite in that fight, so it wasn't like people were thinking that he was going to lose. You know, he's 16
Yeah,
and
100%.
So, but yeah, that's a sick fight for the co-main event. And if Martinez wins, man, I mean, I don't know where he's going to go from there because I don't
He's gonna
feel
have a lot of. He's gonna go up. That's what he'll go up.
but he's not ready for that level. Like if he wins, dude, he's
Well,
gonna,
I mean, he is. So if he wins, clearly he'll prove it. You know.
yeah, but yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, but next fight, main event, amazing fight, man. Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva. What do you think about it, Fitz? Who you got here, bro?
Dude, I love this fight. Love, love, love. Like I said in the start of this, to me, this is one of the most fun, most entertaining fights that the UFC could put on across the sport, man. Just two action-packed fighters, so we're definitely in for a treat. I faded Gene Silva against Bryce Mitchell, and I think I did against Drew Dober too. Didn't fade him against Malik Melsick like someone in here did, but not letting that one slide.
I ended up coming to my senses. I backed Gene.
No, I thought Guru picked Melsick.
Yeah,
or was that at least So come on.
I picked I don't know. I don't remember if I like picked him outright or just bet him, but yeah, I definitely had like money on him on Nelson.
I was thinking Lopez at first, but I'm gonna switch. I think Lopez gets hit way too much, and Gene Silva just hits way too hard, man. In my opinion, this is a recipe for disaster. I kind of like Gene Silva knockouts, like round props like 2-3, 2-3-4. I think he gets it done in the middle of the fight and puts Diego Lopez away.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be all action, so I wouldn't be shocked at a KO. What do you think about it, Billy?
I think that Diego Lopez should grapple way more in fights than what he does. Like his BJJ game is actually pretty good. I talked about this earlier about how him and Alessandro Costa have been spending time at Oklahoma State and prior to this camp. So maybe we've seen Gene Silva wrestle a little bit. I mean, I think that would be his path to victory, to beating John Silva. John Silva looked good against Bryce Mitchell there. I think that kind of shored up some of the questions we had about his takedown defense. Like, it's serviceable enough. I think everybody's expecting like a crazy chaos type of fight, but I actually think it's going to be Diego Lopez just getting hit too much and him losing a damage-based decision. Like, he's too tough for his own good. I don't think Silva is going to knock out Lopez, but I definitely think he's going to land the more damaging shots and win a decision. I don't know if I'm going to be betting the decision or not. I'm not super convicted. I think this is a dope-ass main event that saves the hell out of this card, but I also don't think I need to bet the main event to, like, make money on this event.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. I'm thinking I might just watch this fight as a fan, and not have any money on it. But I do lean towards Gene Silva, man. I feel like Diego, he's just too wide with his punches. Like when he's close the distance, he'll open up. The leg kicks are there for Diego, though. I mean, we saw Bryce Mitchell land a ton of leg kicks in the first round. So Diego, if he could actually like land some hard calf kicks, maybe he could take some steam away from Silva. And Silva, I don't think he's ever went to a fourth or fifth round in his career either. So his cardio looks good though. Like I don't think he's going to slow down, but that is, one thing that maybe Lopez could try to do. But yeah, for Lopez, man, if you're a Lopez backer, I mean, what do you guys think about him by sub plus 700? I mean, don't you think that that's like one of his biggest win paths is Lopez by sub?
100%. He's going to have to grapple to win this fight.
So 7-1 odds on that, I don't think is definitely not a terrible bet if you like Lopez. Then Silva decision is plus 400. So I honestly don't think that's like a great price, but especially with like the power he has, But yeah, that's. I kind of do feel like it could go over as well, though. Like just thinking about the fight personally, because I think Lopez is super like ready for a war. Like you could tell like at the weigh-in they like wouldn't break the stare down and all that shit. So I think Diego will be ready to like absorb a lot of damage. But yeah, man, Fitz, you think that the sub prop for Diego is live at all, or are you thinking that he has like a no chance to get it done here?
No, I definitely think he's live. I kind of think the decision would be his most likely path to victory. Actually, I don't know how Gene Silva will do on the ground. I would expect his submission defense is up to par, and I think he has a chin, dude. I think Gene Silva would be tough to knock out. So, I kind of was almost thinking Gene Silva decision, but I went away from that. Um, yeah, but getting that big plus money on a grappler like Diego Lopez, it's never going to be a bad bet in my opinion.
And thanks, Jimmy, for this super. For some reason, bro, I can't pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up right now, but thanks, man, for the super chat. He said I'm still feeling robbed by the Chairez Pula versus Costa. Uh, did you have money on Costa? But yeah, man, I think that actually would have been an easier fight, I think, than out in Korea. But yeah, man, that's the full card breakdown. Right before we get out of here, I mean, you guys have any confident plays you want to give out or anything else you guys want to say before we jump out of here, Billy?
No, I mean, I would say best bet of the week for like a prop bet would be Luis Garule by knockout or decision at minus 155. I think he wins the fight. I don't really want to parlay him, nor do I want to bet him straight at minus 200. So 155 for his knockout or decision prop. And then the other one that you talked about was Jared Gordon, most significant strikes. I definitely think there's a lot of value on that. And then I don't know what to do for a parlay this week. Like, I'm kind of just feeling like I should fuck around with the total. I feel like the totals are a little bit more predictive than money lines. Like, I feel like if I have money line favorite Dusko top T and fucking Alexandra Costa, I'm going to be pissed by 8 o'clock rather than if I just used one of those three money lines and just picked a couple totals with it.
Yeah, the one of the totals I was looking like you could parlay with, I think it's like safe is Gordon Garcia over 2.5, but it's minus 300, so it's not like a great. But I don't see someone finishing that fight really.
I don't want to fade Jared Gordon's hands anymore, man. I mean, he's just coming off back-to-back first-round knockouts that are like everybody's been like, "What the fuck?" In theory, I think that's great, but like, I don't know, man. Jared Gordon been knocking motherfuckers out, man. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen again. But damn, man, you got to give respect where respect's due sometimes.
No, yeah, no doubt, yeah. But I think like I'm just looking at like I like that more than like betting Costa. Like obviously I picked Correa, but like some of these other like money lines, like you're saying, I feel
Yeah,
like
100%.
but still like yeah. I think dude that raw font sub I think that could hit, dude, and it's a great price. So if that hits, I mean you'll have a winning night regardless. So that's like a play that I like, but yeah, man. I mean, I think a lot of the money lines on this card, like if you got in early, you could have got value, like with the Rendon, maybe potentially, but like CDF was an underdog, I believe, at opening odds. I would have liked that, but yeah, man. Fitz, you got anything to close it out, or we're gonna get out of here after that?
Yeah, we can hop out. I like Tati. I like Luis Gurriel. You can play them for like minus 120. Be safe with your two teamers. Pick your two favorite fighters, parlay them up, and normally you get a good return. And that's in my opinion, one of the smartest ways to bet the UFC. I know some of us, myself included, like to go crazy, like to bet on a lot of fights. But I feel like if you just go and you do your research and you pick your two favorite, because we're gonna get juice money lines a lot of the time. Pick your two favorite, parlay them together. You can have a good ROI doing that.
I agree with 1,000% on that. That's kind of like the way that, I mean, I feel like with some of these underdogs sometimes, like, like if you're really laying down money on some of these spots, I mean, sometimes the plus 3.5 be saving that ass when that decision card gets ran off. And it's been one way I've been trying to play a couple of underdogs. I've been betting the plus 3.5 with like a money line. Maybe I don't feel too confident about like a Tatiana Suarez money line and a plus 3.5. I feel like would pay out pretty well this week.
There we go.
Damn, someone put $2 million on Crawford money line.
Really? What are the odds now? Like, did it change it, or is it still?
I doubt it. I'm sure it has a crazy handle.
Yeah. I'm about to look right now.
Yeah, no, it went down. It went down. Alvarez minus 182.
Like amount. Yeah. I was looking at like betting.
It almost went down 10 points since yesterday. I think I checked it yesterday. It was like minus 194.
Well, at the
I could be wrong.
Like, did you see the weigh-ins? Terrence.
Yeah, because
like
he did.
So I think that's why. Like, Callum is fighting Fernando Vargas. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dope fight. I think Callum Walsh is like, I think they're smart. Like on paper, it looks like a competitive ass fight that he could lose, but like, I don't know. I don't think they would be putting him in as a co-main event to a Canelo card for him to be losing.
Dude, I think Fernando is gonna win that. I honestly, that's a stupid statement because I've never seen Cal box, but I watched Fernando Vargas box Ryan Garcia's brother, and he like beat the shit out of him. I remember watching that. But
I feel like a lot of the organizations that he's fighting in are like not the good boxing organizations. Like he's undefeated, but like undefeated against who?
Well, but it's like, I mean, who is Callum? Did Callum fight like good opponents?
No, I'm not saying Callum's like a world beater. Is his own rate. I mean, I feel like the boxing. When you see a boxing line at minus 380, it tells you everything that you need to know. It's going to be a competitive fight. Like it's not like a UFC minus 380. Boxing, if it's like a crazy lock that's going to be a knockout, it's going to be like minus 30,000, like Molly Meatball tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. She's fighting.
Yeah, she boxes tomorrow, and she's in a legit boxing organization. Like she isn't in like that little Misfits bullshit or some shit like that. Like she's fighting like legit boxers, and well, not the girl that she's fighting is legit. I'm just saying the organization that she's in is legit. The girl that she's fighting is like, I thought I was gonna bet against Molly, but the girl that she's fighting is like an OnlyFans model.
Oh yeah, I see her line right now. Yeah, Kate Radomska. She's fighting. But yeah, guys, we're about to get out of here. Kind of just rambled out at the end. Thanks everyone for coming through, and we'll be back soon doing another break. And thanks for these guys for joining me, and peace out, y'all. But yeah.